Hi everyone, Nick here from Firefly Studios with our very first development update of 2020. And we're going to be kicking it off with lots of major announcements and reveals from the studio. We'll be telling you how you can get your hands on the Stronghold Warlords demo and giving you a glimpse into the future of the franchise and other projects here at Firefly Studios. So, on to the first order of business, announcements. Firefly Studios is set to have one of its biggest years yet in 2020 with 2 major releases and loads of Stronghold and Romans Age of Caesar news. Now, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the Fireflashidons, we've spent 2019 working on our castle sim game, Stronghold Warlords, but also our co-op city builder, Romans Age of Caesar. So major announcement number 1, we are currently hard at work on a new playable demo of Stronghold Warlords that absolutely everyone will have the chance to play. All you have to do is join the official Stronghold Discord and register your interest and details before February 9th. Or alternatively, come see us at one of the many shows we're going to be exhibiting at in 2020. So far, we've only got PAX East and EGX Res planned, but there's more on the horizon, so stay tuned for future updates to see if we're coming to your country. Announcement number 2, after PAX East, we'll also be producing our first ever gameplay trailer for Romans Age of Caesar, including plenty of content not currently featured in the alpha. We understand that many of you have been curious as to how Romans will actually play at launch since our announcement last year, and hopefully this new trailer should answer that, giving you a quick overview of all the core gameplay systems as we progress through our second alpha. Speaking of alphas, if you'd like to play the Romans alpha and get involved in the early stages of development, you can head over to playromans.com and sign up right now. For our last major announcement of the day, we can confirm that in 2020, we've got a steady flow of small updates, new worlds, and tournaments planned for you Stronghold Kingdoms players in 2020. Just like in 2019, we'll be supporting Kingdom's active player base with new content and worlds to give you every chance possible to rise to power. Now, before we move on to the details of Firefly in 2020, we have noticed that quite a few of you watching here on YouTube either aren't subscribed or you don't have the notification bell turned on. So if you're interested in Romans or Stronghold games past, present, and future, make sure you subscribe to it on Firefly Studios YouTube because we've got so much content planned for this year. And if you hit that notification bell, I will love you forever. So let's get into some detail about what to expect from our upcoming PAX East demo. Essentially, our 2 designers have taken one of the shorter, more fast-paced missions from the main campaign to give people attending a show who've only got 15-20 minutes to play a game, an experience of what it's like to play one of the main Stronghold Warlords campaign missions. In terms of differences from the last demo, this new demo will give people a fuller understanding of the game with the ability to do everything they did in the last one, so set up castle defenses and build an economy, but also recruit units, coordinate their warlords, and launch a siege on an enemy lord. Now, we'll of course feature the titular warlord system once again, but the updated build means we can have new buildings, more units, and more siege weapons. Now, we appreciate that some of the biggest Stronghold fans might not be able to come to most, if any, of the shows that we're planning to attend this year, but we have a solution for that. The plan is that for a period of time after PAX East this year, all members of the Stronghold Discord who have registered their interest will either be able to play the old 2019 alpha demo or the new early 2020 demo. So don't miss your chance to go hands-on with one of our early Warlords builds and give us feedback. Join the Discord, pick a team, register your details. Now, a new build and playable demo isn't the only thing that PAX East will bring to Stronghold fans. We've also got a big reveal, not going to tell you what it is, planned here on YouTube. So if you haven't already, once again, please do subscribe. It's free, it's easy, it'll make Aaron happy. Now that we're actually in 2020, we've obviously had a lot of eager fans asking when Stronghold Warlords will actually be releasing within this year. So we want to stem the tide of future comments by announcing that Stronghold Warlords will be releasing in 2020.
Oh yeah, very funny.
Unfortunately, this is indie game development, so we can't say exactly when Warlords is going to be releasing. Probably won't know until a few months before launch. At this stage though, I can tell you it definitely won't be Q1 and it probably won't be Q4. As Paul mentioned in our end of year development update, we're making excellent progress on Warlords, but we only want to give you a date when we are absolutely sure that we can hit it. In the meantime, we're hoping that our playable alpha demos, raw gameplay, PAX reveal, feature spotlight, and other videos can tide you over until we're ready to give you the final date. But that's not all we have planned, and Warlords is certainly not the only game that Firefly Studios is currently working on. After PAX East, we plan to release multiple Romans Age of Caesar gameplay features, character features for Stronghold Warlords, a deep dive on the Warlords system, loads of raw gameplay for both titles, and that's all coming to this Firefly Studios YouTube channel right here, many of those videos in the next 2 months. Okay, let's pause it right there. That's a lot of info in a short space of time. Let's slow it down and let's get a little bit sentimental. All the development we've covered, exciting updates and reveals, none of that would be possible without your constant support and feedback on Discord, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and probably other places I'm forgetting about that we exist on the internet. Since revealing Warlords at E3, a ton of you have wishlisted the game, which is amazing, but you've also given us loads of constructive criticism on Steam, in person, via Discord, and all of that has made possible the changes we've made to the game since June 2019. To finish, and thank you for your feedback and interest in Warlords, we'd like to confirm that following the launch of Warlords, if everything goes to plan, there should be a really exciting and fruitful future ahead for the franchise as a whole. And whatever comes next, I personally promise not to call it Stronghold Next 2. Aaron suggested Too Fast 2 Stronghold. I vetoed that. I'm not going to call it Stronghold After. Shut up, Aaron. But let us know what you think in the comments below. So there you have it, a quick preview of what Firefly Studios has in store for you on the Romans, Kingdoms, and Warlords fronts in 2020. With brand new games releasing, loads of Kingdoms updates, shows to attend, new developments in the Stronghold series, and of course, loads of community content, it's looking like it's going to be quite the year. Now, we've already mentioned the amazing support we've had in terms of wish lists for Stronghold Warlords on Steam, but if you haven't done that, please follow the link in the description below and do that right now. A few clicks from you makes a huge difference to an indie developer like Firefly, and of course it means you'll know exactly when it comes out on Steam. We hope you join us for what is going to be a very exciting year ahead, and come back next week for another Firefly Studios video right here on YouTube.